Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome to the MaffmanJones movie show. I'm your host, as always, Alexander Hamilton. And today's featured movie is In the Heights, directed by John M. Chu, starring Anthony Ramos, who you may have seen in Hamilton. And it's a New York story, and it's a play that was made by Lin-Manuel Miranda before Hamilton that has been adapted into a film, and I got to see it really early thanks to some awesome people. And I can't believe I can talk about this movie weeks in advance before it comes out, and I really like this movie. There's a lot of hype surrounding this one, and I usually, especially as I get older, I feel like I try not to become susceptible to hype because hype could be quite a especially with musicals. You see these really bombastic trailers and you hear this incredible music that you've never heard, but at least for me, I've never heard before, and the way they mesh it all together, it just looks like it's going to be an experience that you won't forget. And I'll get into it. I watched this on a desktop, and I feel like I need to watch this movie in theaters to preface, and just by saying alone that I need to watch this in theaters again, I'm pretty much saying that In the Heights is a really damn good musical and a really damn good movie, in my opinion. I think John M. Chu, who previously directed a movie that you may know, Crazy Rich Asians, which was a big movie back in 2017, wow. He has the sensibilities as a director to really bring Lin-Manuel Miranda's artistic visuals and flair to life on the big screen. And Anthony Ramos really has star power, and I think he does a really good job anchoring this movie as the lead character. But there's a whole ensemble here of up-and-comers, and some actors you may recognize like Corey Hawkins and Jimmy Smits, who all bring something interesting to the table here. And I feel like, and there's no like paper clips in this, as my coach would say. I think everybody holds this chain down, and I think it's a collaborative effort that works, and it's gonna be, I think, like Godzilla and Kong. I think people are gonna come out in droves to watch this because it's sort of the movie of the summer right now, as is being proclaimed. Right off the bat, I think the opening musical sequence is one of the top 3 sequences in the entire movie. It just really sets off the tone in the right way, and it really gets you going. Seeing how John M. Chu brings the music to life and really bring a fantastical element to the streets of New York as we get introduced to Washington Heights with Anthony Ramos and the rest of the characters coming in this first act. That opening sequence is chef's kiss. It's just all the right elements combined for me personally when it comes to standard traditional orchestrated music, hip-hop, authentic New York street feel, and just creating a more modern contemporary vibe throughout all of that as well. I think it's all part of the fun, but I can see how some people could be distracted by his role in the movie. But in this film, Lin-Manuel Miranda plays a small role, but in an important side character role, and important in the sense that it just kind of adds some extra paprika to the orchestra of the cacophony that is this movie musically. I think it's a fun little role for him to be in. As I mentioned before, this feels like a big ensemble of up-and-comers who are going to become big players in this upcoming decade for movies in general and just entertainment, and Anthony Ramos is a leader. But I think some more standouts include Melissa Barrera and Leslie Grace, who play a couple important main characters in this movie, and not only are they have beautiful voices, but they can act incredible too, and when the emotional moments hit, they don't fail. And they're very generous actors too, where they bounce off of these other actors very well, especially with the crowds and the bigger sequences. I think they do a good job of really having their moments, but at the same time allowing other people to have their moment too. And I think that goes for everybody. But especially with them, I feel like they just, when they're on screen, they have that presence. To make a basketball analogy, I guess they know when to be a team player and set up a pick and roll if they have to, but they can also take the buzzer beater game-winning 3 and do it with ease. So it bodes well for them for their future in their careers. If you're watching this, whether it be in theaters or on HBO Max, it's probably going to be because A, you're a fan of Lin-Manuel Miranda, or B, because you like musicals. If you don't like either Lin or musicals, there's probably no reason for you to watch this, because I don't think there's any reason for it to resonate with you, besides the fact that I think there's a great thing in capturing the streets of New York and really bringing authentic feel. As somebody who used to go to the city before a pandemic dozens of times a year, I think it does a great job of really creating a vibe while being fantastical with the musical elements, while also creating a living, breathing city that is a character in its own right in this movie. And it is pretty crazy that John M. Chu directed Crazy Rich Asians, which was a big moment for Asian culture in cinemas, and this feels like it's going to be the same thing for Hispanic culture. And Lin-Manuel Miranda really being that person who, I mean, obviously he created the play, but he took a lot of what he seemingly grew up with around his entire life and brought it into this story that a lot of people, I'm sure, are going to resonate with. It just feels genuine enough that it doesn't feel hokey, it doesn't feel forced. It feels like something that a lot of people are going to really carry a movie like this with them for a long time, if not the rest of their lives, because it's going to impact them that much. It feels that way to me watching this movie. I guess my only one true complaint then would be the runtime. The movie is over 2 hours long, and it's definitely felt at some point it starts to drag, or it feels like the movie is going to end and it keeps on going for a little while longer, and it just feels like you're waiting for the wrap-up that hasn't happened yet, and you're enjoying the music and you're enjoying being with these characters, and I think the actual ending is awesome. I love the ending so much, and I don't know why I didn't expect it, but then once it happens I was like, but at some point I thought the movie was coming towards an end, and then there was another half hour went by, and I was like, oh, I guess there's a lot more going on. And I'm not sure how many people are going to feel that way too, but I definitely felt it, and I feel like I'm pretty lenient when it comes to runtimes. So I guess it's a subjective thing, like anything. Like most things with movies, it's subjective, but for me, I was really, at some point, I was just like, how long is this movie? Overall, though, In the Heights is a winner. It's a musical that does everything it's supposed to do right in a musical film. It has great charismatic acting. It has music that you're not going to forget. It's also music that you can dance to, music you can cry to, and it's a story that seems very culturally relevant and hits all the right notes. And although the movie's a little bit long, at the end of the day, its heart's in the right place, and it's doing everything it has to do to be the movie it has to be. And again, it's a winner to me. And I do think if people come out to watch this movie, it's going to be a big hit. I can't wait to watch it again in theaters. And that's my review for In the Heights. But now I want to know from all you boys and girls, if you've seen it already, what do you think of it? Let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't, are you excited to watch it? And what's your favorite musical? It used to be for the longest time Grease, just because it was what I grew up with. But I think as of recent years, La La Land has become one of my favorite movies of all time. Not only because I love Emma Stone, but it's just that movie. Every time I watch it, it's like being transported to heaven for me. It's that transcendent. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you've gotten this far, if you aren't subscribed to me, it would do me a great favor to subscribe, and also click that bell so that every time I make a new video, you'll be notified. And also, if you want to like and then post a comment down below, and let's have a discussion, have some fun. And that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching. I truly love every single one of you for the support. Thank you again. I'll see you guys for the next movie, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Love y'all. Peace.